Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run for Nick Chubb, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A toss play to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaac Yianum in there to pick it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a carry for Lindsey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
Under 10, 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. This is the tight end fan. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Young to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Young working out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Young. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. That good for 22 and a first down.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Let's go one more.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On 1st down, it's Flowers. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Jordan Franks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. A 1st down throw for Young. Able to shake him off. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Throwing on second and long. Young. This is the tight end, Njoku. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go, D. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, we lady. Got 4 down. Back.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Results in a fourth down.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
You ain't doing nothing today.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Darnold over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Darnold on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. On 1st and 10, Darnold.
And after that,
and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Darnold. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
it's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey, check. 3 down. Topper.
Darnold now to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, and when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it'll bring up third down. To the air again, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, Young. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 7 yards there and a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action. Young. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Tight end right. Tight end right. You got 3 down.
To throw, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all we need.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 27. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bullet. And I think it was this situation.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Young. Going to throw again. And he fires one incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Fourth down, Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air once more, Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
He's passed, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He lets this one fly toward the back. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
3rd and long for Young. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Broncos,